Hey everybody, it's Kalina. For today's video, I will be doing a Bible study. It's something that I've been meaning to do for a while. But before I start, I wanted to give a little background as to myself and why I would want to make a video like this. So, I actually got my degree from Cal State Fullerton. I got my science degree there. Um, and while I was a student, there was Bible study that would happen. It was available for us as students. So I would go in between my classes and meet up with other students, and we would discuss verses from the Bible, essentially like a Bible study, and discuss it amongst each other, like what was the message for the day and things of that nature. And I think it really helped during my experience at the university. I thought that one day I would want to get back into doing these studies myself because of how impactful they are, especially if you're a student. Or I mean, any people can really benefit from a Bible study, but especially for students, like it's just something that I loved because it was available for us as students, and we were able to kind of sit together right in front of the library and just like talk, and it was such a peaceful time. And everybody had different backgrounds and different sports, and so that's what was beautiful to me, that we were all able to come together and talk about the word and what we got from it. With that, here's my Bible. I It's the New King James Version. It has the Old Testament and New Testament. That's what I'll be using for today's study. So yeah, let's get into it. So for the first verse, if you have a Bible or not, that's totally okay. I wrote down the verse. So it would be, or maybe I can read it directly from the Bible. So let's see, page 413. So it'd be Isaiah 30:18. Isaiah 30:18. So therefore the Lord will wait, that he may be gracious to you, and therefore he will be exalted, that he may have mercy on you. For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are those who wait for him. So the reason I really like that verse, that it stood out to me, is because it says that the Lord will wait. And I think that's a really beautiful thing to hold on to and remember, is that the Lord will wait for you. He's He's very patient and merciful, and all of that comes together. It's all intertwined. So the fact that he waits for you, he's merciful towards you, I think that's such a beautiful thing to remember whenever things get hard, whenever you feel like you yourself are deviating a little far from, the path, then just remembering that God will always wait for you and will always be there is something that has helped me personally with my peace, and just knowing that whenever things get hard, don't worry. Like, if you make a mistake as well, don't worry. Like, God is there, he's merciful, he gives you grace as well. So to be more graceful to yourself when you make mistakes, graceful to yourself when you feel like you're not performing as you should, these are all things that should kind of help calm that those thoughts of yourself, like to feel that God is with you. Also in this verse, it says that the Lord, he is the Lord God of justice. Sorry, for the Lord is a God of justice. So also remembering that is good, because sometimes we may want to take things into our own hands justice wise, and it's wise sometimes to pick and choose your battles and know that God will be the one to provide justice for you, especially when he sees things that you don't. And the reason that that is good also to remember, I would say, is because then you don't take things into your own hands and think that justice is like yours to give. It's kind of a thin line. That's why it's a little difficult to navigate, but that's why we have the word here. And, you know, God does his best to speak to us in ways that we may understand. And the last part of this verse is, blessed are those who wait for him. So that's also beautiful, because not only does he wait for us, we also wait for him. So you may be waiting for something in your life to come through, some sort of change. Things haven't been going the direction that you want. Sometimes what you need is to wait on him, wait on the Lord, so that he may show you the way, that he may show you what's wise. And that can be kind of hard, like waiting, I suppose. That's why I think it's really nice that it starts the verse saying, therefore the Lord will wait. So it's like he's giving us the example of waiting for us first, and then we become blessed as well when we also wait for him. So it's like hand in hand. So I want to jump into the next verse, also in Isaiah 41:10. This one, if you can see, I have tattoos. I have a lot of tattoos over my body, and one of my tattoos actually is the verse Isaiah 41:10. And I actually have it on my ribs. It was more so for how we as women came from the rib of Adam. So it was more so for that reason that I had it placed here. And the verse is 41:10. So we can go to that page. So the verse is, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So I had that tattooed on me, as not that you have to have a tattoo of a verse to feel more protected, but I felt that it was something that I want to have, how I interpret his protection for us. I love how the first words are fear not. So a lot of things causes fear in life, like not knowing what's going to happen next, what to do next. You're having problems at work, you're having problems at home, you're having problems, just in certain areas of your life, and that can cause fear. Fear can come from many places. So when he says fear not, he's basically saying that he's with you. So no matter what situation you may find yourself in, the dark valleys, anything like that, he's with you. Even if you feel like you're alone in the middle of a pack of wolves, he's with you. He says, be not dismayed, I am your God. So don't feel dismayed, don't feel sad, don't feel down. Always remember he is your God. He created you. He loves you very much. He will strengthen you. He says, I will strengthen you. So he gives us strength. A lot of times when I speak with God and I pray to him, I ask him for strength. I ask him for clarity. I ask him for protection in certain situations that I feel like I need that. So let's say for the day, maybe I woke up a little anxious. I'll go ahead and speak to God and say, hey, I would love for you to, or actually the way I actually say it is, hi God, I invite you into my day. So basically it's like you're already inviting God to be with you in the day. It has helped me to feel more peaceful throughout the day when I do start my days that way. When I say, hi, I invite you into my day, so that way I feel his presence throughout the day. Or like, let's say something just happened, I'll talk to God about it, have contemplations, think about it. But the important part is to not be dismayed and stay in that area. It's important to move on and grow and take what you can from each situation. He says he will help you, he will uphold you with his righteous right hand. So that's very important because his righteous right hand, that's something that can be very easily skimmed over or skipped over. Basically, like remembering that he has a righteous hand in everything he does with regards to you, and holding all of creation together in a righteous right hand. That should give us the peace sometimes that we need. And that's why I like to go back to this from time to time, to remember that we are within a creation of our God is holding it all in his righteous right hand. So that means decisions come from a righteous heart, a righteous mind. And he did make us in his image. So that's basically the discussion I have for that. One of my questions to you would be, when you are feeling the most fearful, what is your rock? It's okay to take a minute if you don't have a rock when you're fearful. Maybe it's time to think about a rock. My rock, I would say, is God. Whenever I'm feeling really angry, distressed, anxious, he's the one I go to. He listens all the time. He's merciful. He's gracious. So that's who I go to when I'm most fearful. My next question would be, what does waiting mean for you? What waiting means for me? It means being patient, I would think, is the best way to put it. So the way that I wait is I try to practice my patience. And it's much easier said than done to practice your patience. And that's okay. There's many areas that everybody struggles with. So there's a lot of things that we may struggle with, and that's okay. That's part of the journey, is growing and realizing that we're not perfect. None of us are perfect, really. The only one who was perfect was Jesus Christ. We can't be too hard on ourselves when we don't feel perfect. Alrighty, so that basically concludes the Bible study for today. I do plan on making more of these Bible studies. So see you guys next time. It's Kalina. Hope you guys enjoyed this Bible study. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave any comments below. Any Bible studies that you would like me to talk about, or any stories, any ideas, you can go ahead and drop that below. And yeah. So see you guys next time.